I don't know what I'm sharing. I'm having problems, guys. Stopping that share. Gotta fix this problem. We are live and streaming, and I'm trying to start the theme song. This is always a blast.
Good evening. All right. What year is it? Oh, good. 2000. Phantom Menace on VHS. Jar Jar Binks, y'all. Phone simulation. Phone simulation. Phone simulation. 2000. Hit. Sing it with me. Let me hear you. Phone simulation. Phone simulation. Phone simulation. 2000. All right.
Not bad.
Give it up for your host, Mark Hornback, the well Hungary. All right. Phone simulation. Phone simulation. Phone simulation. 2008. I'm gonna see you at what? Wash your jeans, bring your notebook, bring your jokes. We got a microphone. At the phone simulation. 2000. Thank you so much. You're too kind. Is this thing off? Oh, you're laughing at me. It still counts. Phone simulation, yeah. Phone simulation 2000. I can't hear you. I can't hear you in the back. I'm gonna see us next time. I know you're trying to have a good time. Yeah, practice the joke now. I'm gonna see you over there. Phone simulation 2000.
Yeah, hey, welcome to Fun Simulation 2000, guys. That was our theme song. If you haven't heard it yet, play it in its entirety. I had to stop it because a preview came up for last week's mic and it showed Bob Keene's face, so I just had to turn it off really quick. No, guys.
I wish I was paying attention.
Oh, yeah, you didn't see it. I tried to hide it before everyone's like, no. Last week was our 6-year anniversary, so now we are older and wiser. We are in our 20s in dog years. No, not yet. We are not. We are 18. I don't know, how old are we in dog years? Somebody tell me. Oh, we're in our 40s. Holy crap. We're doing good. We're doing fine. We're very mature dogs here.
It's the 40-year-old simulation, Mark.
It's a 40. The simulation time runs double. You know that. The Fastest Minute in Comedy has a poll on the space-time continuum. It's really weird. We're aging at different rates. For instance, look at Pratik right here. He had no beard yesterday. Someone explain that to me.
This is 40 years, y'all.
We have one anniversary and Pratik's beard grows like that. I don't know.
I'm posting a mic after this in my beard, you guys.
He's going, I don't know, guys. If you're ready for round 2, get in Pratik's beard. I don't know how the logistics of that work.
Just tug on the beard to sign up, and then instead of the light, I just do this. That's how you know. No one runs the light.
No one's running the light on Pratik's beard. Pratik is my co-host for the night. He'll be bringing some people up. You'll see him in a little bit. All the comedians, you're going to get 4.5 minutes. That's what we always did in person. So we have a good list that I think we do 4.5 minute sets tonight. Going to let you at 3.5 minutes by sending you a private message Don't ignore it. And if you run it too long, I will just take control back from you because it's my Zoom room. My Zoom room. I pay for the Zoom license. I pay for that out of my own money. I can do what I want. Pratika will also maybe take control of it too. Me and Pratika
Mark.
fight over control of it.
Hey, Mark, look at me. I'm the Zoom captain now.
Oh no. Pratik's I'm going to take away co-host abilities from him. He's doing he's filling in for Kristen Lundberg as the person eating through the entire mic.
Got it.
Always a good one. How you guys doing? I'm doing good, guys. I'm really happy. Hockey came back last week. I don't know if you guys are excited about that. Last Saturday, I watched 12 hours of hockey in one day, which normally wouldn't be a good use of my day, but like right now, that's fine. Like I have no guilt about it. That is damn good use of my time. Good use of my time. I don't know what I'd get into. I don't know. No, guys, stay safe. Everybody mask up if you're out in public. If you're going to do your comedy from the street, please wear a mask. We always get people doing it from the street for some reason. I enjoy that. I don't see anyone in their car. I'm going to put it on Grivview. Nobody performing from their car tonight. No, not yet. I don't know. Nope. No car performers. So somebody please go out to your car and perform. I always like seeing that. But we're going to get this started. I'm just going to roll through this. I posted the list. Everybody have a fun time. If you need anything, message me. If you want to get in a fight, probably go to our Twitch stream. We're streaming on Twitch. I assume people are fighting in there. I assume that's where all the gamers come to hate me. No, it's fine. Guys, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be great. Stick around for the Fast Minute Comedy. It's a speed run. You get 1 minute. I time it, so if you stick around to the end, you get kind of a redemption round. But little hint, no one's ever redeemed themselves. So if you do bad your first time, it's better to just write jokes and leave and then come back next week. It's not going to go any better. I'm just kidding. People have done okay after a bad set. Our first comedian for the night, please welcome Joe Gorman.
Oh my God, what's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday, man. Ooh, make some noise if you went to church via Zoom, huh? No? I'm the only one that's going to be salvaged in these end times? That's fine, man. I dropped a couple of Bitcoin in the collection plate. It was great. Guys, as soon as I did that, my internet connection went from good to excellent. Are you kidding me? You're telling me God doesn't have a plan? He is taking care of me, man. Woo, I'm nervous, man. He's just testing us. Wouldn't that be crazy if I was legit religious? I was thinking about this. People take hallucinogenic drugs, but like they never say like, yeah, God is an old man with a long white beard and Jesus is a white guy. Like they never say that. It's weird. You'd think like at some point somebody would have that idea. I don't know. Just throwing stuff against the wall, seeing what fits. I guess I'm doubting the existence of God in this quarantine age. But, you know, there's some good stuff like Seamless will still deliver. That's exciting. It's like the end times. And I thought like, man, I'm going to become a hunter gatherer. But instead, I'm just ordering delivery every day saying like, well, I am supporting essential businesses. It is the good thing to do. I'm in New York City, former comedy capital of the world turned wasteland thanks to COVID-19. How great is that? Now I get to sit in my $1,200 apartment and yell into my webcam, which I could theoretically do anywhere else in the world for far cheaper. But it's just not the same, baby. The city that never sleeps. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the old phrase. It's now the city that will never wake up. Ooh, scary, huh? I'm not scared. I'm a big, tough man who doesn't need his mommy. All right, I do whatever I want. It's cool, you know. There is some stuff I have to do. Like I have to wear a mask if I go outside. Can you believe that, man? Like, look, I'm not wearing a mask because of peer pressure. I'm wearing a mask because I am in Antifa. Anyone else, huh?
Yeah,
Antifa. That's right. There's my American terrorist. Raise your cop killing hands to the roof, baby. That's right. No, it's New York City. It's like it's Black Lives Matter, Epcot. I'm all about it. I've been going to the marches. I've been going to speeches. I've been donating to every possible charity. I even tore down a statue. Yeah. Found out later it was a statue of Frederick Douglass. Oops. I goofed. Sorry, man. My heart was in the right place, though. I'd like to think. Oh, my God. It's so much fun. So I'm an essential worker. I don't know. It sucks. It wasn't as cool as it used to be. No need to clap. We used to bang pots and pans together at 7 p.m. And then after about 2 weeks, people were like, all right, fuck this. I got better things to do. And I still have to go to work. It's not cool, man. But like, so as an essential worker, I have to get tested for COVID-19 once a week. And I don't know if you guys know how this works. They have a long Q-tip thing and they stick it up your nose far deeper than any finger could ever reach, just in defiance of God's will. And one time I was getting tested, the nurse was putting the Q-tip up my nose. And while she did that, a little ball of cocaine fell out. Oops. Embarrassing, right? Like, I felt like Hugh Grant in a romantic comedy. I was like, hey, boy, what's all this? What could this be? You know, just all and in the end, I did the right thing and I let her keep the cocaine. The chivalrous thing to do. You see all these reports of people like bashing in an 85-year-old man head just to get some toilet paper, but not me. I'm helping out the essential workers. You know, she dumped it in rubbing alcohol, popped it in her mouth. She felt great. I felt great. We're taking care of each other. You know, it's exciting end times. You know, you think like, fuck, we're never going to get to do comedy, but now we're doing Zoom comedy, the truest form of performance art, man. Like, we're not on some fucking stage elevated amongst our peers. We're all on a fucking digital grid the way it was meant to be. Deus ex machina, God of the machine, fucking Latin for comedy ex machina. That's us, and that's cool. Somebody figure that out and DM it to me so that way I have a very powerful and very pregnant closer. But until then, it was a fun little workout, huh? I felt it. I mean, thank God I'm already sitting down. All right, thanks.
Woo!
Yeah. Hey, thanks. That was Joe Gorman. One more time for Joe. That was awesome. I love it. I think that's the one thing with Antifa that you have to do is just talk about it and everybody pretend that we're in it and that we're planning it because it just freaks people out, right? Like that's the whole point is we're everywhere, man. Just tell your in-laws like yeah, we got a meeting. We don't talk about when the meetings are, but this technically is one. That's all I know. This is technically in one. You're all in it. I knighted you all. You're all knights of the Antifa. My lords and ladies. Our next comedian coming up. Please welcome Dana Wisen.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, good. Woo, thank God. All right. I have a hard time relating to people. Very, very hard time. Who'd have thunk that a 36-year-old woman, wait, do I have a booger in my nose? No. Who'd have thunk that a 36-year-old woman who's lived with her parents for 36 years would have a hard time relating to people? Who'd have thunk? Who'd have thunk that a 36-year-old woman who's been to at least 75 Hanson concerts would have a hard time relating to people? And who'd have thunk that a 36-year-old woman who up until recently thought the word chaos was pronounced chaos? Who'd have thunk? Really feels like there's something about to come out of my nose, but you know, we'll deal with it. One day, I'm going to look back on the year 2020 and tell my kids, thank God you're still in that test tube. I hate the term full-figured panties. I prefer the term Big Bertha butt baskets. Yeah, basket of butt. Yeah, okay. I'm the only person I know who's never had any cavities. I guess that's because sucking dick is one of my favorite activities. Have you heard about the electric scooter challenge? That's where you pull the plug on your grandma while everyone is watching. Marriage is a lot like boobs. It's totally okay if you have 3 of them. Does he love me or does he not is a question I often ask my dentist about my other dentist. I'm going to get tattoos of the words guilt and shame on my wrists, just in case I need a constant reminder of how to feel. All right. I'm the odd one, and I hate this joke. You know, I'm so fucking sick of that joke. I'm not going to do it. It's a fart joke. I'm done with it. Okay. Let's see. I know. I don't pay attention to song lyrics. I'm more of a melody kind of person. So if I send you a song with lyrics that go, I'm gonna run away from you and go for a jog because you gain a lot of weight and you smell like a dog. It's because the song made me think of you. And if you want to know what I'm like without my psych meds, just think about a time you got road rage while you were alone in your bedroom, and then you'll understand.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm gonna do some musical impressions. Please hold. All right, can you see this lady? Can you see her? Who's this lady? You see this lady?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I need to
What are you
stop
doing?
asking. Thank you. Yeah, I need to stop asking and just say. Okay, here's Celine Dion. All right, here's my impression of Celine Dion. Hold on, wait, let me warm up. All right, I warmed up. Okay, here's my impression of Celine Dion. The whispers in the morning of lovers sleeping tight. All right, that's kind of Metallica, but you know, same thing. All right. Share. Oh, fuck, I'm doing this horizontally versus vertically. It's fucking me up. Cher. Yeah, this is Cher. The man, the myth, the legend, Cher. Here's my impression of Cher eating a burger. Thank you. All right. Thank you. 1 minute. Got it. All right. Okay. 2 more. Oh God, that hurt. That hurt my diaphragm. All right. Amy Lee. This is Amy Lee. She's the lead singer of a band called Evanescence. She's also a witch. All right. Here's my impression of Amy Lee.
Yeah.
Amy Lee. How can you see into my eyes like open doors? Not to be confused with needing it down into my pool. Would it be cool so numb? Thank you very much, guys. My name is Dana.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Dana.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was very, very, very good stuff. I like it. I approve. Fun simulation approved.
Thank you.
That's how we roll around here. I give a thumbs up or a thumbs down to each performer, and then I boot you out of the room, and you're banned and you can't come back. And then I'll just have 2 performers next week. That'll be great. No, it's awesome. Great job. Thank you. I say that about everybody, but sometimes I really mean it, and this is what I mean. So, our next comedian coming up, it's actually her birthday, which is a pretty big deal, so it's pretty awesome. Please welcome Dr. Ellen from Chicago.
Woo! Hi, you guys.
Yeah. Woo.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. I love it. I had to go someplace where there's balloons today, and you have balloons behind you. I love that so much. So, so I'm a really nice lady. You know me. You know I'm a nice lady, and
Oh, I lost her.
I love you guys already. I see so many nice things about you, but don't throw anything, okay? Just don't throw anything. If you're gonna throw something, don't throw something smelly. I mean, I know you have to get out frustrations from time to time, and I understand that. But, don't throw anything carbohydrate-wise. I'm on keto, and I don't want you to throw anything at me that I can absorb any kind of carbohydrate. So people, say, wow, a doctor can't do comedy. Yeah, a doctor can do comedy. I just don't want to scare anybody. The thing about being a doctor who does comedy is I love it. I can be very distant. I don't have to smell anything. I can look for reactions. I can imagine people naked. I don't have to touch anything. Touching and smelling sometimes are the weirdest part of being a doctor. Well, there's touching, there's smelling. Some stuff's fun to touch though, right? Nothing like putting your hand on a belly full of warm guts. I love abdominal exams. But, man, the holes, the buttholes, the pelvics, Hi, Janice. So, yeah, but I can imagine what people look like naked because after all these years of being a doctor, I know Oh my God. I also, you know what I know? Oh, this is so painful, but I know when people are constipated. I actually do. So when I tell someone they're full of shit, they probably really are. But oh my God. So, you know, the thing is, so it's my birthday today. And you guys, this is a public service announcement that this is one way that 65 years old can look.
Yeah.
Right? Pretty darn cool. Pretty darn cool. I look younger because I do comedy probably, and I'm not so worried about getting older. Look, I just never did grow up anyway. But I mean, there are good things about being 65. I've finally had enough therapy. I have credits on therapy. I've had so much therapy. My therapist, who's 10 years older than me, thank God she's still alive. I need her. I don't stop needing therapy, but she's not going to charge me anymore. Oh my goodness, I built a credit. So I have bonus therapy, and guess, you know, you can get really cool stuff for yourself for your birthday when you're 65. You can. I mean, it's weird because this year I'm going to get eyebrows. And I'm going to, you know, you get those microblady kind of things. You just don't want to sneeze or anything. But I'm going to be in a very attractive corpse, I decided. You know what else about, ooh, thanks, Mark. You know what else about being a corpse? I'm going to have to come back. I'm going to have fashions for the afterlife because I have way too many shoes. So I have lots of clothes to wear when I come back and haunt people. So I'm going to be, you know, I'm getting braver. You know, I'm getting braver. I think I may have a date or something sometime soon. And, you know, it is, you know, the age thing is really a problem. They're just too young anymore. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Ellen. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Looking great. I think that we should be buried in the clothes that we die in. I think like if you die, like that's what your funeral's got to be in. Like if because like if you're about to go do something stupid and dangerous, you'll like put on a suit like to go do it. You're like, oh, that's his funeral suit. He's pretty pissed off. Watch out. I don't know. Or like you see just people just dying in jet ski accidents, going to their, you know, funeral and they're in swim trunks and that's it. You're like, oh man, I didn't know he had money for vacations. Our next comedian coming up, he's ready for a vacation. Please give it up for Ira Summer.
If I'd known that dying on this stage, I'd have to wear this. Oh no, that's the end of it all. And so, yeah, I was the comedian who got bumped by Dr. Ellen on her birthday. My birthday next year is on a Sunday. I am coming back. I am picking the spot right in front of Dr. Ellen. That's going to be it. Now, it's nice to know that there's somebody else older than me on this show. Not much, just got me by a few years. But my body's falling apart during this pandemic. I went to the beach a few weeks ago. First time, just to get a little bit of sun. And I got sun on my ankles for the first time. My ankles don't normally see the light of day. I got sunburned and they're swelling up. So my body is falling apart. I'm dying here. I'm probably, so I figured I'd take a couple of weeks off from my diet. Because when this whole pandemic started, I figured, oh, this is a great chance for me to do all those things that I've always claimed I'm going to do. So I'm going to get in better shape. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to take care of myself. I even looked up the two most important things you can do to effectively lose weight is to drink at least a gallon of water every day and sleep at least 7 hours every night. Problem is, I'm almost 60 years old, and at this age, can't do both. So anyway, so while my ankles were swollen, I took a few weeks off, and instead of the time I was spending running, I effectively reallocated that time to eating. And next thing you know, I'm in the worst shape of my life. And so I had a wake-up call. So the wake-up call wasn't me looking in the mirror realizing I'm an Oompa Loompa. The thing was, I got a challenge on Facebook for the push-up challenge by my cousin. For those of you who are not familiar with the push-up challenge, it's where you're supposed to do 25 push-ups a day for 25 days, and each day tag somebody that you want to unfriend you. I'm looking at pictures of my cousin. Now, my cousin is in amazing shape. Oh my God, no, I cannot. My cousin's in great shape. One of my brothers has lost a ton of weight. I cannot show up at Thanksgiving this year in worse shape than my cousin and my brother. That is not something I can do. So it's been a couple weeks now, and I have been dieting again. I've been running every day. Running is probably a optimistic description of what I'm doing. I'm going out in the street in running clothes and having people yell at me because I'm not wearing a mask. Because clearly there are a lot of people who get very upset when I put their health at risk while they're smoking. So I'm doing what I can to try and get back into shape so I can, compete with these people. A lot of family events. My family, you don't get out of my family. I got divorced 12 years ago, and I'm still in touch with my ex-wife. We're still close. We've got kids, and kids are the most important thing. So I will call her every few weeks if something comes up with the kids or my self-esteem gets too high, and we'll just chat about what's going on with the kids. Like a few weeks ago, she called to let me know that my son is not returning her calls. Yeah, apparently my two boys have turned into selfish slackers, and her two children are successful gentlemen. We've only got 2 kids. But now it's strange because we agreed on what we were doing to raise them, but the most important thing to me was the kids were raised Jewish, and she wanted the kids to be happy. So it's not going to work out. Anyway, that's my time. Thanks so much for being here.
Yeah. Yes. Who the hell is challenging anyone to a fitness challenge right now? That is cruel. That shouldn't be done. That's why we're starting the Fun Simulation Push-Up Challenge next week, right, Pratik?
I am not participating in that. Fuck off.
Me and Pratik will see who can do the
Least amount of push-ups.
the least amount of sit-ups or anything that looks like one. That's what we're gonna do.
Get sit-ups, push-ups. We should literally just who goes to their mailbox to collect the mail. That's it.
I don't even get mail anymore, so you win. You get mail, you win. That's how it goes. I don't even get mail. I'm still waiting for a letter that was delivered on the 31st. Thank you, Obama, for that one. We're just gonna keep rolling, guys. Ernest Median was a regular of the mic in person until she moved away, and now we're all virtual again. So it's great to see your face again. Please welcome. I guess she just goes by Pavs now. Please welcome Pavs.
Hey, hi guys. Thanks, Mark and Pratik, for having me. Like I said before, quarantine's getting to me if I want to see all your faces again. So I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. You know I love you. I have a problem though, you guys. I think I hate my best friend. Which kind of sucks because who do I tell? Who do I inform of this dilemma? She posts pictures of herself on Instagram like every fucking day. Okay, I get it. You got cancer. Something like that. I actually messed up the punchline, but say lovey. Actually, only Pratik and Mark would know this, but my boyfriend is suicidal, but won't go outside due to COVID. So I call bullshit, you guys. I'm calling bullshit on this one. I joke about him a lot in my sets, especially in Los Angeles, and people will come up to me and they'll go, "Is he okay with like what you're saying?" And I'm like, well, what's the worst that's gonna happen? He already wants to die. My jokes didn't cause his depression. his parents did.
Ugh.
That's true. People do say they can't do what I do. They actually say I have the patience of a saint. And I have to remind them that what I do is actually pretty easy. I mean, raising a child, that's hard. Like taking care of an elderly relative, that's hard. But hiding some rope or knives, that's easy, you guys. It's okay. I know you all want to kill yourselves. It's fine. I'm very used to it. Do me a favor. Please stop inviting me to your Zoom mic parties.
What?
Seriously, I don't want to do them anymore. I don't want to sit in front of a computer screen for 4 hours talking to people I don't give a fuck about. That's what my day job is for. I can't. You also you can't avoid people at Zoom parties. At a good old-fashioned house party, if I thought you were boring, I would go to the kitchen and make myself a drink, or go to the bathroom and do a bump and make you more interesting. But if I leave this situation at a party, immediately people start texting me asking if I'm all right. I'm fine. I just can't stand listening to Becky talk about her YouTube poetry channel anymore. It's not interesting. That's my take. It's true. Growing up, I didn't get the sex talk, but I did get a drug talk I didn't ask for. I see. I didn't ask for it. I was in my bedroom doing homework, and out of nowhere, my father comes busting in and just says, "Don't do heroin," and leaves. And leaves. And true to comedic form, about 10 seconds later, he comes back in and says, "LSD and weed are okay," and leaves again. Now, I don't know what part about me being on National Honor Society and in Girl Scouts until senior year of high school made him think that conversation was necessary. But I do understand that those Girl Scout cookies are very addicting. So maybe he thought I had a Thin Mint issue. I don't know. Ironically, I do all of the drugs now. So that's true. Okay, I'm going to end on that. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah. Great to see Pobbs again. Great job, Pobbs. I like that. I think I have a Thin Mint problem myself. It's okay. We all do. I think all the Girl Scout cookies could be the names of strains of weed if you think about it.
Isn't there a strain that's literally just called Girl Scout cookie?
There probably are, but I think there should be one for each Girl Scout cookie flavor, and then I'll finally smoke weed, people. Then I'll finally smoke weed. Guys, we're gonna do this thing. We have a short list tonight, so we're gonna switch off co-hosting now. I'll come back in a little bit, and I'll be there for the fastest minute too, and I'll be laughing and stuff too. But please welcome my whole co-host for the night, Pratik Srivastava.
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Keep it going from Mark Hornbeck. Hell yeah. Talking about Girl Scout cookies. My favorite are Samoa Girl Scout cookies.
Go.
Love me some Samoas. I don't care. Whoever said no, fuck off. I love Samoa cookies. I love eating cookies made out of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That's why I love Samoa cookies. Oh, they're delicious. I don't give a fuck. I love them. It's great. This water is awesome. This water is not made out of Samoan people. This isn't water, by the way. This is absinthe. Thank you very much. We're riding the high. We're riding the high over there. This is cool. I got a beard, which is we're letting this shit ride. I don't give a fuck. I love this beard. I look like an IT professor that fell down a mine shaft for 20 years. I just climb out of the mine shaft and I'm like, hey, is Technotronic still relevant? I want to pump it, damn. I want to move it. Oh, why are you looking at me funny? Oh, I don't get to teach class anymore. Guess what? I have tenure and also give it up to teachers because they are the backbone of this country. Pay us more money. Call your comptroller now. All right, that's fine. Thank you. That was Second City level A act outs. That's what that was. Hell yeah! Holy shit! I spent all day working at a VFW hall because that's how I roll, y'all. I was literally picking up heavy pipes throwing them into a dumpster. Then I cooked pulled pork for a bunch of Vietnam veterans, and I pissed off my ancestors in the promise because pork is forbidden for Muslims. And you know what? I didn't want to piss off my ancestors, and it's disappointing. Not that I had to cook pulled pork, but that I'm actually Hindu and that none of you knew the fucking difference. That's what's disappointing. In wrestling terms, that's called a swerve. What up? Y'all know what Dude, the best part about working at the VFW Hall, I saw 3 different dudes in Undertaker t-shirts. All of them had man boobs. It was amazing. Just have a buried alive match with their man boobs. It's all right. I'm half man boob. It's okay for me to talk about man boobs. Also, during this VFW Hall excursion, at one point the jukebox started playing Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven, and this crusty old dude with one eye looked at the jukebox and said, "Hey, turn that hippie shit down. Hell yeah." That's the world I want to live in. I want to live in a world where Led Zeppelin is considered hippie shit. It was fucking amazing. God damn it. Speaking of hippie shit, I was reading that there is a vegan steak out there, you guys. Hell yeah, they got vegan steak. It's cooked in a 3D printer, but I'm sorry, I'm not eating anything that comes out. I don't want that. All right, I don't want Kinko's FedEx to turn into a steakhouse. Get the fuck out of here. I don't need that. All right, I don't want A1 steak sauce to cost $71 from Home Depot. I don't need that shit. I don't want to get a mail-in rebate for that. No. All right, I don't need to eat a 3D printed steak that's like, oh, it's organic flavor and coloring. No. You know what organic flavor and coloring means? It means chemtrails in my asshole. I don't want that shit, all right? I don't need to eat that and then shit out a stained glass of a mega church. I don't want that in my life. I like my colon the way it is, all right? You know what I pump my colon with, Nathan Gibson? I pump that shit up with 7-Eleven buffalo chicken roller taquitos. That's
No.
It's 3 for 3 times 3. I eat that shit. I love that bouncy rubber meat. I love it. I eat that shit, and then I poop out a bouncy castle. It's fucking amazing. Out my pillow. I poop out memory foam. That's what I poop out. It's fucking amazing. Get your steak sauce from Menards. It's wonderful. But here's as you go on your poop journeys, as things start to open up in wherever you are scattered throughout this world, things are going to start to open up eventually, and you're going to be out there, and you're going to want to be sanitary. You're going to want to be clean, but you're also going to want to take dumps out in public.
Mm-hmm.
You can't hold it till you get home. That's bad for your colon. That causes kidney stones. I read about it on a 4chan King of the Hills / fan fiction website. It was terrible. It was all about how Khan is actually Bobby Hill's father. It was fucking weird. I don't know how that. How was Khan and phone Bobby Hill's father? We don't know that. But I was reading because you got to be careful about these public bathrooms, Kevin. You got to be careful about these public bathrooms. Right. So here's what you do. You find hotel lobby bathrooms. They're fucking clean.
Yeah.
And you know how you know they're clean? They put a little like clipboard checklist on the door of the bathroom that says this bathroom was cleaned at 3 p.m. by Srinivas from Sri Lanka. He has 4 PhDs, but the employment system is so fucked up in this country that the only job he can get is cleaning up the bathrooms after Pratik Srivastava turns his asshole into a Play-Doh press kit after eating 9 7-Eleven taquitos. So okay with you, Hyatt Regency in Naperville, I'm going to use your bathrooms, and we're going to have a good fucking time.
Can't have a taquito now. Going to ruin that.
Can't have a taquito, but they are $2. They're no. You can have the buffalo chicken rolls are 3 for 3, but on Tuesdays, Kevin Kellum.
Tuesdays.
You can get 2 taquitos for 50 cents. Go to your participating locations and tell them Pratik Srivastava. I was going to say Khalil the comedian said, but I'm not going to do that. All right. This has been a great inside. What do we call this, Mark? We call this inside baseball. That reference is going. It's out of here. Let's get to our next performer so I can go take a breath. Your next performer coming to the stage, killing it in the virtual mic circuit. Give it up for Sam Medina.
Yeah.
Hey, just let you guys know my set's a lot better in gallery mode. Just saying. So I live in Tracy, California. If you've never heard of that, I don't blame you. It's a sad, small little town. And the saddest part is that I'm the second most famous person here. Besides MC Hammer.
Yeah.
He's here. He's here somewhere. MC Hammer. Oh man, you know what? Let me tell myself. I was like, I went to, I'm not supposed to tell you guys this. I'm not supposed to say anything, but I've been in talks with Hulu lately. You know, yeah, it's pretty exciting. They're like, here's your bill, and I'm like, here's some money. I'm vegan now. I've been vegan for about 9 days, and I just want to make sure that everybody knows that. I can't find any restaurants though that could help my dietary needs. Like I go to a restaurant, and I'm like, what's your best vegan dish with meat? Nothing. They got nothing. Today I went to lunch with my wife, and she was like, I'm really proud of you. You've been doing great on this new diet. I looked at the beer menu. You can have any beer you want. And she went to the bathroom. And so I called the waiter over. I'm like, hey, come here. Bring me a beer with a steak in it. And he's like, what? I go, look, I don't got a lot of time here, okay? Go in the back, cook a steak, put in a beer, and bring it to me. We'll call it Ale 1. I don't have to worry about COVID anymore because my plant-based vegan God will protect me. Yeah. Speaking of COVID, last week I was going to work and I realized when I got there, instead of my mask, I grabbed a pair of underwear. Yeah, that was a shitty day, you guys. Last night, like at 3 a.m., my wife was, I was getting ready for bed and my wife had just woken up to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, wait, before you go back to sleep, let me tell you this joke I'm working on. And the situation ended with her saying, I hate you, and going back to sleep. The joke went like this. I enrolled my dog in a martial arts class. It's called Taekwondo Doberman. And that joke almost ended my marriage. It was still worth it. They say that you should never date a comedian. And I agree with that. I do. I think the reason why I would never date a comedian is because my wife is also a comedian and she might know her. I don't want to do that. I think Zoom dating is cool, you know. I don't do it because I'm married, but I think Zoom dating is cool. Like finally the woman has to buy her own meal. Yeah. And if the guy gets too handsy, she could just log off the Zoom chat. It's like a win-win situation. I also like Zoom comedy. My favorite part about Zoom comedy is there's walking involved. It's true. I used to host this show at this club when we were allowed to do that. And there's 3 steps to get on stage. But when you're hosting, it's like 150 steps. Let's see what else. I got married like about a year ago. We went up to Reno. We did one of those drive-through weddings. It was cool. She didn't even know. She thought it was McDonald's. My vows were, can I get a double cheeseburger? And I do. In honor of getting married, she wanted to get a second cat named Gary. And I'm like, no, you don't do that. Gary's a human name. You got to give it a cat's name, right? Like Fido or Spot, Rover, something like that. I was mad at the house. I put my foot down. I said, absolutely not. Fuck no. She got me back there, you guys. She got revenge on me. She named her Vagina Gary. Yeah, now everyone have sex. I had to say, can I have sex with Gary tonight? It is very demeaning. It is. It's almost like doing comedy on Zoom. Like I mentioned earlier, my wife's a comedian, and people always ask me what it's like to be married to a comedian. And I tell them, it's not like being married to a regular person, except funnier. Like when we argue, we use microphones. All the neighbors gather around and laugh at everything we say. And if the argument gets out of hand, I just shine my flashlight at her, and we have 1 minute to wrap up the argument. Yeah. I'm going to get out of here before I go. I'm you guys in on a little secret. I did join Tinder recently, but it's not what you're thinking. It's not what you're thinking at all. I joined as like this really hot girl, and then I messaged all the guys. I'm like, hey, come meet me on the Zoom open mic on Sunday night. That's how you build an audience. Thank you. I'm Funky Sam Medina.
Funky Sam Medina. Hells to the yeah. Funky Sam Medina, guys. Hell yeah. Okay, this is cool. By the way, Funky Sam, is it cool if I say this? But you look like Latino Harry Carey. I think it's.
I'll do the gimmick. I'll do the gimmick next time I come
It's
on.
awesome. I love Harry Carey. This is cool. I look like, you know, I look like Kevin Callum. You know, I look like Moses's financial planner. That's what I look like. Hell yeah. All right. The next portion of this mic is sponsored by Live from New York. This is actually the paperback edition of the book. They got 10 extra pages about how Chevy Chase is shitty to women. It's a great thing. I'm at the part where John Belushi is he's on the set of Blues Brothers. He's doing a lot of coke, and we'll tune in next week to see what happens to him. Who knows if he makes it or not? We will see. All right.
Jesus.
I'm a Blues Brothers is my okay. Fine, you don't believe me? All right. 20th anniversary of Blues Brothers. I was allowed to make that joke. I can make fun of John Belushi's death all you want. I got the 20th anniversary 2-disc edition of that stuff. That's my favorite
Great
movie.
film. Great
He's
film.
allowed. All right. Okay. Mark is gonna cut me off if I keep.
No, hey, Pratik, the only Blues Brothers that we support at Fun Simulation 2000 is Blues Brothers 2000, and you know that.
Fuck you, Mark.
Hey, that movie actually has the Guinness Book of World Record for most car crashes. And you know what movie they beat out? Blues Brothers original. So much. I hate Illinois Nazis too. I hate them. I don't know why they're back all of a sudden. It's great. All right, Blues Brothers nerd. Thank you, Dr. Ellen. All right, hey, coming up next, I think this person hates Nazis too. Give it up for Janice Israeloff. Hey!
Yeah.
I think I hate Nazis too, seeing as my name's Israel Off. Yeah. How you guys doing on Zoom? I don't know. I kind of liking the Zoom. I've started doing some live shows. I'm in Toronto, but they only happen in my backyard. I started doing a show in my cucumber garden. I pay the comics. I did, for real. I pay the comics in salad. Yeah, we all sit in the garden, and it's pretty cool. It's nice to actually have a real audience. But I feel like Zoom comedy is like the glory hole of comedy. Like, you know, you can't see the audience, you know, you're like, here's a one-liner. You like that? Is that good? You know, and you just can't really see them. But I'm surviving it. I don't know if I can go back to actual open mics after this. I think I might just have to do Zoom forever, because it's funny. I don't have to brush my teeth. So I've been watching a lot of TV because I lost my job a while back. I worked in long-term care, and everyone in long-term care died in Ontario, so in Canada. So I don't have a job. That's not a joke. It's actually true. Yeah, we totally failed in this country in that way. That's fucking hilarious. No, so I've been watching shows, and rewatched The Lion King. You guys like Disney? I like Disney because because I fucking hate Disney. I'm sorry. I don't like it. I don't like Disney. Everything Disney tells you about lions is a lie, and they lie. They're just the lying. They're lying to you. First of all, lions they don't even live in the jungle. They live in the savannah. Right, so that's the first lie. And you know what a male lion will do if he sees a female lion with a bunch of cubs that aren't his? You guys know what they do? They murder the cubs. Yeah, they kill the babies and they fuck the mother. That's what they do. They're the worst kind of motherfuckers. Okay, they're douchebags of the jungle, and they sleep all day. The females do all the hunting. You know, I don't like that. And they lie because they hate, male lions hate kids. They're terrible parents, right? They're terrible fathers. Like a male lion would never rescue his cub from a herd of stampeding wildebeests, right? They kick them out of the pride. They kick them out of the pride when they reach sexual maturity. The females do all the hunting, and they actually steal from the females. They steal from them, and the hyenas actually do hunt. That's another thing about Disney that I hate, is that the way they portray hyenas, because they make hyenas out to be cowardly mooches. And now you know why they make them out to be cowardly mooches? Because female hyenas are bigger and stronger than the males, and they actually hunt their all their food, 95% of their food. And the kicker is that this is how I think they should redo The Lion King. And I don't care if it's for kids or not. Female hyenas have 8-inch clitorises. Okay, clitoris, Dr. Ellen, clitoris, potato, their clits are 8 inches. Let's just say that, okay? And if a male hyena wants to have sex with a female, he has to get consent, okay? And before he sticks his little penis into, they stick it up their 8-inch clit. And I know, even though they have 8-inch clits, the males they still can't find it, you know. But that's a whole other thing. And one of the favorite things that hyenas like to do is they like to clamp on to the testicles of their male counterparts until they bleed out. So that's my idea of a Disney princess. That's what I like to call a Disney princess. I'm glad you learned something. Another thing I like to do is watch. I'm at 4 minutes and 5 seconds. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to go into a whole new spiel, so I'll just sign off here.
Hey, Dennis, you guys, hell yeah. That was cool. Look for the new version of Lion King coming soon to Pornhub and OnlyFans and hentai.com, all that good stuff. This is cool. I love porn parodies, by the way. You know what my favorite porn parody is, Mark? My favorite porn parody is Gandhi the porn parody. Gandhi the porn parody, because he's on a hunger strike, but he'll still eat that pussy. Thank you very much, you guys.
Good one, Pratik. Good one.
No else loves porn parodies. Your next performer. Look at that fluidity there. That was a fluid transition, you guys. Give it up for the very funny Mike Pickerel, everybody. Yeah.
Thanks for that intro, Pratik. Hey, who's whiter, British people or Southern people? I feel like the Brits invented it, but the Southerners really perfected it. That's it's Michael Cooper, who just came in. So I'm a recovering addict. There was a time in my life when I was a homeless heroin addict, and now I'm doing comedy in my 30s because I'm still trying to hit bottom. I actually, I made the decision when I was at the worst in my addiction to convert to veganism because I was worried about my health. Yeah, it couldn't possibly be the hundreds of dollars of narcotics I was putting in my body each day. It was definitely the cheese. That was the... Whenever people find out that like you're both vegan and a junkie, they have a way bigger problem with the vegan part. Like, tell somebody you're a vegan, tell somebody you're a junkie, you get undeserved sympathy. Tell somebody you're a vegan, you get misplaced anger. Like, I have actual conversations with people where I'm just like, yeah, you know, I used to shoot up and live behind a dumpster, and they're just like, oh man, I can't believe you didn't eat bacon. Or my personal favorite was always, oh, you're vegan, so you think you're better than me? I just stole money from you. I got a new job recently. Woo! I teach abstinence to dogs. All I'm saying is you don't have to like spay or neuter your pets. There's a more Christian way to do it. I went and got a haircut recently. And when we were done, I asked for a to-go bag, and the barber looked at me like I'm crazy. You know, that's perfectly good hair right there on the floor. You know, strands 4 million through 4,005,682 are my favorite strands of hair, and they're just going to waste now. You know, when I was a kid growing up, my dad used to tell me that God knows the exact amount of hairs on my head. Yet when I hung out with God at that carnival, he couldn't guess how many jelly beans were in that jar. So, no, have you guys ever been so angry in traffic it's given you the illusion that your life has any meaning? Yeah, me neither. I got invited to a Christian improv show recently. Yeah, which is kind of ironic because the fact that Christian improv exists means that a just and loving God probably doesn't. I don't want to rub anybody the wrong way. I'm not sure if I believe in God or not. I really don't know. it just seems like if there is a God, it doesn't believe in me either. So whenever somebody talks to you about God, it just kind of seems like they're trying to sell you like afterlife insurance. Like, where are you going to go when you die? Hopefully nowhere. But rest assured, I'm not going to be one of those chumps that dies doing what he loves. I'm going to die doing what I hate, dying. I mean, I've never tried it, but it seems like it sucks. So, but no, I just kind of hope there's no afterlife. The fact that I could possibly be reunited with everyone I've ever met. Guys, if I die and go to heaven and my entire family is there, I'm going to kill myself.
Ow.
I come from a really Christian conservative town. Whenever I tell those jokes out there, they're always like, Mike, you're going to go to hell. No, I say, if there's a heaven, I'll make it in. I'll just have to stand. But no, I would never kill myself. Like I would never, I've lost friends and family to suicide. And I think, though, if I was going to do it, I think I would start my car in my garage. Because I've heard that's like a really peaceful way to go. Except I drive a Prius. So that would take like a really long time. Plus, then I'd have to clean out my garage, and then it's like, there goes my weekend. So
Yeah.
I'll leave you guys with this. I have a mantra, and I think it's important to have a mantra to get you through these trying times. There's these scary times, and if you don't have one, I suggest you get one. In the meantime, you can borrow mine, and that is this: planning a surprise party is a good trial run for having an affair.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey! Mike Pickrow, let him hear it, guys.
Yeah.
We're on the.
Everybody's muted. What's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. This is.
Y'all muted. Y'all muted.
We're all muted. What happened there?
I want to point out that I keep muting myself because there's a thunderstorm here, and I don't know if you've been hearing thunder in people's sets. I'm sorry. I apologize, but that's why I'm not laughing because
I miss thunder.
I'm glad we clarified that. Also, we didn't even address that Mark has taquitos in the background. Didn't even address it. That's sweet. I love me some taquitos. For those of you tuning in late, 3 for $3 7-Eleven taquitos. They're great. I get 9 of them. Fucking wonderful. I don't care what's going on with quarantine. I will eat those fucking taquitos. They are amazing. This is cool. You know what the best part about doing Zoom, Mark, is you get to meet so many cool people from around the country. You get to connect with comics you haven't seen in a year or two. Like your next performer coming to stage. I got to do shows with him out in New York. Glad he's doing the mic now. Give it up for Ralph Anthony, you guys. Hey.
Hey, awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate being here. Thank you. I am the product of divorced parents. Anybody else got divorced parents out there? Anyone? Where are my broken families at? Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. That's great. My parents split when I was 2 and then made it official when I was 4. So I was the problem. Like, I was the reason why they got divorced. That's always a big contention with people. Like, they always think that it's harder when your parents get divorced if the child is like 10, 12, they're in high school. Like, I always think it's harder on them. No, not at all. Like, they saw the progression. They knew what was going to happen. No, when your parents get divorced and you are 2, 3, 4, and 5 years old, like, you are the problem. Like, they were happy before, then you came here, and now they are not happy. This is why we don't have nice things. Like, that's what's going on. Like, I'm an 80s baby. So back in the 80s, parents didn't get divorced. Like, they just stuck together in a miserable marriage and in a miserable family until the kid graduated. That's how it used to go. So when my parents got divorced, everybody was so concerned about how I was reacting, how I was taking it. So, like, how do you feel that you're losing your mother? I'm like, I didn't lose her. She's right there. I'm not losing a parent. I'm gaining 3 extra holidays and a birthday. Don't you see that? I gained an extra Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, and a birthday. Okay, I just doubled up. I just leveled up. Like, double your pleasure, double your fun. Like, that's all I was trying to get was my piece of cake in this cold world, man. Then, on top of it, My mom, she went and married a Jew. She married a Jewish guy. So now I have 8 days of fucking Hanukkah. I didn't know what Hanukkah was. And then you see me next 1 year, I'm just playing dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. Like, it was great. It was so awesome. It was so awesome. Like, I am an only child. So when you're an only child and your parents get divorced, like, they will fight each other like gladiators in a coliseum for your love and affection. All I wanted to do was just keep doubling up, just keep one-upping each other for years and years and years. And it finally ended when 1 year my mom took me to Florida. Then the next year my dad took me to Florida, brought me to Disneyland, and then the Mets spring training camp. Like, he was like, no, you're not going to win this time. I got this. I got this. You are not winning. And they hated each other so much. So much that they would do drop-offs. They would do the drop-off at this ice cream stand called the Cascade. Okay, the Cascade was right in the middle between both of their houses, and so they would meet there, and everybody else that was there were just building memories, living their life, a happy together life. Families were just enjoying themselves. I was going there to watch my family break apart. Like, I watched my family fall apart like you crumble a cookie on the top of an ice cream cone. Like, that's all it was. Everybody's smiling, cheering. They're having a great time. I'm sitting in the back of my mom's Ford Taurus crying my eyes out, wondering why I can't stay with my dad. Like, my dad would come up and he'd be like, hey, you want to go get some ice cream? And I go, yeah, that sounds great, Dad. That sounds great. Yeah, way to start teaching me how to eat my feelings. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. I walk up to the counter. The guy there, big beer belly, leans over and goes, hey, sport, you want a cone? Yeah, I want a cone. You want some toppings on the cone? Yeah, I do. Do you have Happy Family? Is that a topping? Can I get that? Is that fucking possible? And neither one of them had money. Neither one of them had money. Like, and you don't realize it as a kid. You don't realize how broke your parents are until you write a letter to Santa Claus one year and then get called into the kitchen by your mother and then yelled at for asking for too many things. I walked in, she yells at me for asking too many things. I find out, 1, we're poor, and 2, Santa Claus doesn't exist. All right, you guys have been fun. Thank you so much.
Hey, Ralph Anthony, let him hear it, you guys. Hells yeah. And I love, real quick, give it up to Ralph Anthony for the set lists on the wall. I love that shit. Hells yeah. True comedy, big comedy energy. You got the set list on the wall like a manifesto. I love it. I love that shit. That's awesome. And yeah, why isn't Happy Family available as a topping at ice cream shops? Why isn't it? What do you have to do? Go to one of those nitrogen-infused ice cream shops, and you got to pay like $19 extra for the toppings, and it's one of those like fancy hipster places that only stays open a year because somebody's daddy pays for it, and they sell Wes Anderson movies on vinyl records there. That's how much of a hipster shit.
Dude, I was hoping to get abducted. That's all I wanted. Somebody take me home.
Take me home to the I was gonna do the fucking Guns N'
Paradise tonight.
Couldn't finish it up. We'll save this for the karaoke, the fastest minute of karaoke that we do at the second open mic that we host in here. All right. Hey, your next performer coming to the stage. I think he watches Wes Anderson movies on vinyl records. The triple threat of Ian Ryland Smith, you guys.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to take a few seconds here to not be in denial. So the reason I have to be in denial is I live in South Dakota. And right now we've got Poser Fest going on in full swing. I take it you guys figured out that Poser Fest is the Sturgis Rally. It's where a bunch of fucking middle-aged people have a midlife crisis, so they put on a leather jacket, they rent a motorcycle, put it on a trailer, and then drive to fucking South Dakota and pretend to be badass while the wife stays home with her boyfriend.
Fucking great. This is awesome.
hate the Sturgis rally. It's just it's 250,000 people, no masks, no social distancing. Because in South Dakota, we're not about that. You're better off calling someone a fat fuck than you are politely asking them to wear a mask. Ugh. Speaking of dying, I've gone to funerals before, and I think my least favorite funerals are Christian funerals. Because it doesn't feel like a funeral for the person who died. It feels more like a funeral for Jesus. Like, no, this is not Black Friday. Jesus didn't die today. My best friend died today. Anyway, Jesus died on Black Friday, yada, yada, yada. I've been doing comedy for almost a year now, so I feel like I deserve a Netflix special. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Woo!
I'm a percussionist, which is a lame way of saying I play the drums. And I mostly played the timpani, and I do intend to brag here. I was pretty good at it. Getting a job as a timpanist is kind of like getting a job on the Supreme Court. You have to wait for someone to die first. This is how musicians don't retire. So this is how a timpanist ends their career. So they're playing also Spock Zarathustra. So it goes, bum, 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 bum. Then they just keep going. They keep playing without him. Let's see. I'm gonna do some facial impressions. Impressions with my face. And only my face. Here's a Butthead from Beavis and Butthead. Here's Senate Majority Leader Moscow Bitch McConnell. And finally, my last one is this is the Babadook. All right, thank you very much. I'm
Ryland Smith, you guys. Hell yeah. Ian was talking about Poser Comedy Festival. Hey, if anyone's wondering, the promo code for the submission fee for Poser Comedy Festival is coming up. It's the promo code is why did you get that? And can you give me a guest spot, please? That's the promo. It expires in 5 days, so get on it. Poser Comedy Festival. Yeah, it's a great festival.
And also inclusivity is a word. Inclusivity and
Well, that's sent into your promo code that works afterwards, but they don't tell that on the major.
yeah, Pratik, what are the other comedy festival buzzwords that we're forgetting?
Industry show.
Industry.
Industry show. It's just one dude hanging out by the ATM who's asking for cocaine. That's the industry show.
Activities. There's always activities, cool parties.
Free food, but it's just one soup.
It's one soup.
And you all share it. You all get one cracker to dip into that soup in the bunk bed that you're sharing with another comic. Hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And you do get bed bugs too. Hey, but that works. That's fine. All right. Hey, your next performer coming to the stage. I love seeing this guy here at the open mic. Look at that. All right, give it up right now for Callum Marullo.
No, you know what? This is the first time I've done this mic that I've realized the 2000 and Fun Simulation 2000 does not stand for how many people are on the mic. It's the first time I've realized. There you go. I know it's hot right now. I like that it's hot right now. I hate when it's cold. I wish you could hibernate through the winter. I think that's how you can tell that the winter is the worst season, where like whole species of animals are like, you know what? Screw this. Wake me up when it's over. That's how you know it's the worst one. Even the leaves on the trees, as soon as they see it's getting there, it's like, yeah, I'd rather die. I'd rather die right now and fall to the ground than okay. I used to live in England. I grew up there for a little while, and the weather's awful there. And it's always weird seeing tourists in England, because it's like, well, you can't have come here for the weather, which means you must have come here for the culture, which is just talking about the weather. So to be honest, I think you'd probably just be better off watching Harry Potter. I don't know why you'd ever go to England. There you go. Okay. I don't know. Finished college recently before the end of coronavirus, and oh, you know what? I've noticed recently that I kind of like about the virus is that because I've been like searching for an apartment, so I've been meeting with a lot of people in real life, and I noticed that like everyone will still try and go in for the handshake, but they'll forget, and then at the last minute like go out of the handshake. So and it's a really awkward situation. So I like to ease the tension and just you go in for the handshake and they go, too slow, and it's not awkward after that. It's not awkward at all. Cut myself short because I was like, no, try that one. Okay. No, I went to college and finished it recently. And, there's like a big drug culture in college. Everyone, does a lot of drugs and shit like that. And I remember the first day I got in college, the drug dealers are all, telling you about themselves. One drug dealer was handing out business cards for himself, which, I don't think is like the most conspicuous way to go about that kind of business. Like he gave me the card and I was like, this is illegal, right? Like business card. And it wasn't like, it made him any more professional. He was still late every time you wanted to pick up off of him. Like I called him one time, asking him, to meet me at a certain time. And he's only just texted me now that he's arrived.
Uh-huh.
All right. All right. What else? I lost my virginity in college, and I suppose a lot of people do this when they lose their virginity for the first time. Is they pretend like they have had sex before when they first have sex, and that never goes well because the other person can tell pretty quickly that you have no fucking clue what you're doing. I think that's a thing, like at one point she even said, "What the hell is that?" Which is, not something you want to hear. And I was like, "It's a wet willy. Haven't you ever heard of, foreplay?" She was non-binary, which is cool with that. But, it's weird saying, the first time I had sex, I'm not sure if I had sex with a man or a woman, and neither were they. That's also a strange. Okay. God damn. Cool. All right. One more thing on drugs. I like how like the two drugs that you find that are like these two drugs you find that are like made into like smiley faces or cartoon characters, and that's children's vitamins and illegal drugs. Those are the only two that you find that way. And those are not two things you want to get mixed up. Like kids are pretty hyperactive on ice cream, let alone amphetamine. Like that joke where kids are like, "Hey, you want to see me run there and back? You want to see me do it again?" When they're on amphetamine, they have actually run there and back. All right, that's the time. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Calamarullo, let him hear it, you guys.
Yeah.
Hey. Sponsored by the DARE program. Hell yeah, great program, you guys. Love me some drugs. Actually, last time I did an edible, I thought my laundry room was purgatory, and I thought I died, you guys. So no more edibles for fatigue.
Just doing laundry sucks, am I right?
Hell yeah, I love that. I'm like just trapped in the prison of my own laundry. But cocaine's okay. Do it at Driftwood Bar. That's a great place. I don't know why I'm using real spaces. I really don't give a fuck. This is being streamed on Disney Plus and great Mike. All right, hey, coming up next. He's a regular here. Give it up for Michael Cooper.
Hey guys, I'm an irregular everywhere. Look, I'm a year sober, but I think I picked the wrong one. And not just the wrong year. I mean, the wrong type of sober too. Like no, I haven't drank, right? But there's also the type of sober where you're just aware. And that's not fun. You know, I like to mention about my sobriety on stage because during live stand-up, this thing would happen where somebody would be like, after a set, somebody would be like, hey man, you're funny. Do you want a beer? And I'd shout back, of course I want a beer. And then stomp away angrily, giving them no context for what the fuck just happened. At least this way they know what they did. It's like, okay, so I got sober and I thought that'd be it, right? I'd be fine. I thought that the anger issues were coming from the combination of the alcohol itself and the alcohol cravings. But now my cravings are less and my anger is still way the fuck up here. So I have to go to a therapist. But they drive me insane too. The other day she was like, Michael, do you feel that sometimes your anger is disproportionate to the actual situation? And I was like, I don't know. That's what I'm paying you for. That's your job. I don't know. Is it out of control? I don't know. Earlier, my laptop was running slow and I planned a felony. Is that when I should start getting it checked out? Look, I had to tell my father that I wouldn't speak with him anymore, and that happened like right before I crossed the year mark of sobriety, and that's the worst time for that to happen. But it was like he made some comments that you can't really take back without educating yourself first. But like he's doing this thing where like he's coming up with these premises upon which to call me. Like I got a new job and he calls me and he's like, hey, I just want to tell you congratulations on the new job. And I'm like, this is not how not talking works. You know, like I told you we couldn't talk until you grew past this certain thing, right? Well, me getting a new job doesn't make you not racist. Nobody's ever been like, well, I was gonna co-sign genocide, but then my 33-year-old son got 3 weeks of PTO. Which I was gonna spend that time with my family. Now I can't, you know? I guess I'll just go fishing. I hate when I go fishing and I catch everything but my father's love. Like I'm not a well-educated ally. I really thought, my premise was really that my father's love for me would make him want to educate himself. And what I forgot in this equation was me. Like, if that's our hope for bringing racists back from the edge, then we are fucked. I don't like this Second Amendment crowd that's out there right now. They're trying to, like, one of them tried to tell me that we don't need to protest because we have the Second Amendment, you know, which is crazy. Now their belief is that because we have the Second Amendment, as individuals we can protect ourselves from a fascist police state. That's not how it works, though. I don't know if you know this or not. If you shoot a cop, more cops show up. And those cops are twice as pissed. The first guy's like license and registration, and the second guy's going to be way worse. Well, that's my time. It was terrible. I did a poor job, and y'all deserve better. Thanks so much, Mark. For putting this together. Give it for your host, y'all.
Yeah, I'm back. Thank you, Michael Cooper, for speaking about tactics at that part of the Antifa meeting. That was great. Thank you for guerrilla tactics and what not to do. That's how we're doing that. I'm here. I'm gonna bring us home through the last of the comedians and then the fastest minute. Pratik wanted to switch off because he just saw 5 more white dudes on the list and he's like, Mark can handle these guys.
We're the whitest of the whites.
We just sort our list in color of skin. Like, but it's not racist. It's not. Just trust me. It's not. It'll all make sense.
Mark Hornbeck is the brownest dude I know. Mark Hornbeck knows Kim Thale's dad from Soundgarden. Can't be racist and know Kim Thale from Soundgarden.
Can't do it.
He's
Doesn't-
the
math
that's
doesn't
the
add
Indian
up.
guy from Soundgarden. I don't just to be clear for everybody.
If you don't, if you don't know the Indian guy from Soundgarden, just leave now. That's all.
Yeah, banned. You're off the list, and you're banned. if you
There's
don't.
3 brown dudes you gotta know: the Indian dude from Soundgarden, the Indian dude from Sum 41, and the Indian dude from No Doubt. That's it. That's it. I got Callum Rulo to smile. I know what the hell's going on.
That's the trifecta right there, guys. We're gonna keep doing this. Though. We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna stop bantering with Pratik because I want to get to the fastest minute. I'm excited about it. We probably will get a late show by maybe 1 or 2 people. Happens every time. But in the meantime, please welcome Connor J.
Whoa.
Hi, my name is Connor J. I am white. I don't know any of those Indian people yet, but I fully intend to Google all of them. I honestly I didn't need a pandemic to remind me that we're dying. Okay, I went to Catholic school. I know we're dying.
Yeah.
Well, they, as you know, they teach you 2 things in Catholic school. 1, we are dying. 2, so don't suck dick. And I listen so good to one of those things, you know. What I do really love about the pandemic is that it brought little Anthony Fauci just into homes, you know. I love him. He reminds me of my therapist, I think, so it's comforting to me. He is a lot like the way that he wears those little suits and he just holds his head in his hands and he just stop kissing old people. Speaking of therapy, hot take, 25 is too old to expect your dad to find you a therapist and pay for your therapy is what my dad said to me on the phone this week. Which is tough, but I really do love my dad. We're very different. He hates all attention-seeking behavior and I love all glitter, and those tend to be in conflict with one another. He's been very supportive of me though, you know. When I told my dad that I was gay, all he said was, "Con, please, just don't do gay porn," which means he thinks I'm hot. Okay. So that was and yeah, so I recently this is how different we are. I recently inherited a small amount of money. That sounds so fucked up every time I say it. It's small, it's not a lot, but here's the thing. It's enough for an at-home gym, the best at-home gym, you know? And my dad was like, "Connor, this money, it's not life-changing." And I was like, "Do you think that abs wouldn't change my life? Okay." Good abs do not work. That's what. He will. Give me 6 months. He'll know. Speaking of work, are we employed?
Yes.
Are we employed?
Yeah.
Cool. I was laid off 3 times. Not all recently, just 3 times in my life. Only 1 recently, 2 pre-pandemic and then 1 post. And I just wanted to be it was never performance driven. It was never a performance issue. I was always a lovely performer. I just wasn't good at those specific jobs. You know, I would show up late or cuss at work or cry one time. And it's you know what? Maybe I'm not supposed to be a high school teacher. Okay. There are other paths. Got out at a good time. My roommate, he is a heterosexual male and he recently impregnated his girlfriend. And that is straight privilege right there, okay? He had sex and he gets to have a baby. How fun, you know? I have sex and I have to fast for 12 hours. Not right. It is a spectrum. The gays that had a tough road, you know, we lived through AIDS, the Reagan administration. Just recently, the whole cast of Glee up and died. What the heck? It definitely we do have it good, especially white gay men. I myself, I have straight passing privilege. What is straight passing privilege? That's where I pass as a straight person when I wear a bag over my head. Straight passing privilege. But I also do believe in gay privilege, which is where you can kind of just do anything you want because people perceive you to be harmless. And where you really see this is at the airport. I feel kind of the mayor at the airport, you know, I don't wear shoes in my house or at the airport, especially when I'm going through security. Every time in security, they pull my satchel aside. They say, "This has set off our alarm. Why is the whole bottle of moisturizer? We're traveling." I step forward. I say, "It's my satchel, sir." He looks me up and down, sees my Soul Cycle socks, some glitter, my brown, some cum on my upper lip. He sends me on my way. Doesn't even go through it. That's gay privilege, you know? I'll leave you with this. Like, he may not think that I should be able to get married, but he knows for sure that I don't have a rifle in my satchel. Thank you so much, I'm Connor.
Yeah, thank you.
Fucking killer, dude.
Yeah, Kevin's a fan. I'm a fan. Great stuff, Connor. Great to have you. I do want to point out that I knew it would happen. I said we would have a late arrival, and I made it happen. I manifested a non-white person that's now on the list. So there we go. I just pulled it off. That's my superpower. Pratik, what do you do about that? That's superpower right there.
Anything for those that don't know, Mark Hornbeck is the Kevin Bacon of Indian brown-looking men. He just knows. He knows every.
Well, I made it happen. I just want to point that out. Yeah.
Are you telling me, Pratik? Are you telling me Hornbeck has a career in Bollywood film, just being like a supporting character?
I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. I gotta let me turn my thing on here.
I can hear him.
Oh, you can hear me. No, I'm gonna say Pratik.
Yes.
Does Mark Hornbeck have a career as a supporting white male character in Bollywood films? He's the one token dude that they like there. Like he would fit in and then jump into like the big dance numbers.
Oh, of course. He loves spicy food. He works in IT.
I'm dressed like it right now. I'm dressed like I would just be able to just pop right in as like the vacationer that just gets caught up in everything. Like, oh yeah. Oh, what are we doing? We're dancing now, and I'm like the third, 3 rows back and like all the way on the left. You see me?
Hey, that lady needs you to dance to her if you're gonna love her. Like that would just be you, like giving the thumbs up or something like that. Yeah,
I'm doing it.
In the corner of the Bollywood movie, going like, "Yup,
yup." He's the yup guy. He'd be the yup
like,
supporting
yup.
character.
If you want a really good movie, that's not a Bollywood movie.
Blues Brothers.
Pratik, did Bollywood ever make a version of that?
Yeah, they had
That's the one movie they didn't rip off. They've ripped off Back to the Future, Bill and Ted, Departed, which is a ripoff of a Hong Kong movie. But yeah, Blues Brothers has not been ripped off by Bollywood. But guess what? Kevin Kellum, Mark Hornbeck, and everybody else in this open mic, we are gonna GoFundMe tonight a Bollywood ripoff.
Yes. What do we call it? It can't be called Blues Brothers. It has to be something else.
It's gonna be called oh God, what is it called? What are those people? Oh yeah,
Street Friends.
Bhagavan the Brothers. There we go. Pharma Brothers.
Hey guys, I'm looking for our next comedian. I'm asking him to start his video and unmute. Alex, if you're there, you're up next. I don't see you. I can't give you the camera. Oh, he's there. Alex, you ready? You ready and you set? Ready, set, go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm ready. Sorry.
Please welcome Alex Bajad.
Yeah.
Go on, guys. So if you can't tell by looking at me, I'm upper middle white trash. I mean, my parents are upper middle, and I'm the white trash. So when they took me to Cancun, like a resort, I thought, is this their way of deporting me? You know, my parents love the palm trees and the beaches. My white trash side just love to swim up bar. So I'm drinking like a monster, right? I'm double fisting, and I realized that my bladder's gotten to the point where, you know, when you were a kid and you had those water balloon fights, and you left the balloon on the hose for just a bit too long. That's my bladder. I have two options. I can either get out of the pool and use the bathroom like a normal person, or I can just use the bathroom. Shortly after, I realized that there is a big difference between peeing in the pool, peeing into the pool. One will get you a dirty look, and the other is a Class B felony charge. I've been cheated on. You can't look like me and bat 1,000 in the dating game. She actually told me in the most honest way possible. She was like, "Hey, I cheated on you." I was like, "First of all, I get it. Second of all, you know what's his name? Because I know you're curious." He's like, "He has a really sexy foreign name, Alejandro." Bitch, that's my name. You just added a fucking acoustic guitar to the end of it. It's not cool. So my girlfriend now is older than me. I mean, my girlfriend has been mostly older than me. I can't date millennials, right? My ex-girlfriend always wanted to take selfies and post on Instagram and Snapchat and stuff like that. I don't have a Snapchat face, okay? I have a LinkedIn face. So anyway, like, she's older than me, but I think I've gotten to the point where I've regressed her too far because I keep her young, really. You know, last night we checked the closet for monsters together. It's not great. And you know, it's just gotten to the point where I've totally fucked up and just forgot everything I was gonna say for the most part. All right. Well, this isn't awkward at all. All right. So, you know, it's part of the sacrifice, you know. I keep her young, she keeps me delusional. Love is sacrifice. Love is full of sacrifices, especially when you're dealing with a young comedian like me. You know, she gets to feel 16 years younger while also sacrificing the possibility of an intelligent conversation. Our wedding reception is just going to be an open mic. Nope, just an open bar. No open bar, 2 drink minimum. All right, I don't know how much time I have left, but I'm going to go ahead and cut it there. So thank you so much, guys, for having me. My name's Alex Blodgett.
Yeah, Alex. I was just about to message you 1 minute remaining. That's how I was gonna do it, but you called it. That's good.
Back to the room. We love that.
Yeah, and anytime someone asks how much time they have left, it's automatically 1 minute. That's what we're doing here. That's how we've always ran since in person or online. But yeah, I was about to message you. I just want everybody to appreciate that banter before it was trying to get Alex to start his mic and start his camera. So if anyone's wondering, the Blues Brothers banter was called buying time. That's what we're doing. Our next comedian is not buying time. He's on borrowed time. Just kidding. Really happy to see Nicholas Gammon.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay. 1 second, guys.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Does that work? Can you see this?
It says double click under there. Yeah, we see it.
Yeah.
All right. I got some kind of raw stuff here. I'm going to go ahead and go. All right. So in high school, I knew this guy, and he drove this huge truck. And he would brag that it could go from like 0 to 60 in like 6 seconds, and it had like 500 horsepower or something like that. And it kind of made me think, because, like, for example, if there were 500 actual horses running as fast as they could for 6 seconds, like, do you think they would actually be able to reach whatever he was trying to compensate for? Thank you. Okay, so I have this theory that Bob Ross and Hitler are like inverses of each other. So Bob Ross is a very positive, calming person. You guys know Hitler is Hitler. You guys know that too. But what I think people don't know is that Hitler started out as a painter, and his career didn't really take off. So he went into the military, found better success there. You guys know the story. On the inverse is that Bob Ross started out in the military, and he left when his painting career started taking off. Yeah, that's it. So they're like inverses of each other. So I thought, what if you know, Hitler's painting career actually did take off, and what if Bob Ross stayed in the military? So I think it might have been something like this. So you want the stealth reconnaissance team near the Almighty River, General Ross?
Don't tell nobody that.
Oops, didn't work. Hang on.
Don't tell. That's our secret, okay?
What? Oh no.
But General, what if we're mistaken?
We don't make mistakes.
Damn it.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
Okay. And on the other side of the coin, what if Hitler actually, his career started to take off? Okay, so we want to add a bit of Aryan blue.
Oh.
Scheiße.
Nine, 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 nine.
Sorry, my sound's not working. All right. Okay, this next section is called Appropriate, Inappropriate. So the wave in a crowd, I'm sure you guys know. An appropriate time for this is during a sports event, Right. An inappropriate time is during court. For the crime of second-degree murder, we, the jury, find the defendant guilty. Gay. All right. Here's a question. What do you think is the most inappropriate way to accept a prestigious award? I think it might be something like this. When you get the Nobel Prize and it's running down your thighs, diarrhea. Diarrhea.
That.
Okay. All right, next part is it's called rapid fire section. Bunch of mediocre stuff I'm trying to do. Oh, have you ever heard someone call taking Polaroids as taking roids? Now you have it. In golf, this is called the cup because it sounds better than the putt hole. Is a nip slip the same thing as a peekaboo?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, why is 35 centimeters by 21 centimeters paper called legal paper? Why is all other paper illegal? When blind people have a breakup, do they say, I think we should hear other people? If you breed a horse and a donkey, you get a mule. Therefore, is every task done by a mule a half-assed job?
Ha!
Okay. All right, that's all. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. One more time for Nicholas. Is it Gammon or Gaiman? How do you pronounce it?
Gammon, please.
Gammon. I think I got it right the first time. Of course, the time I asked is the time I got it right and I nailed it. Guys, I want to keep rolling through. I want to keep going fast as we get to the... Everyone stick around for the fast minute comedy. We do a speed round. Everybody that went up gets to do a quick minute. I'm going to keep rolling through. Please welcome Andrew Shanklin.
Yeah, all right. Hello, everybody. I've been seeing someone recently, which is a new thing for me. And we were watching a TV show the other day, and she goes rut-row, which would be fine if it wasn't a thing my dad said. I was like, give me a second. I gotta take a walk and rethink my whole sexual paradigm. I was like, all this time people were saying I wanted to fuck my mom. It's like, no, I want to fuck my dad's Scooby-Doo impression. I was talking to my therapist about that. You'll never believe what they said. Jinkies. Okay. Like I said, I've been seeing someone, and I was like, I'm like a very structured person. I have routine in my life, and it's very weird because now I have to negotiate my life with another person. And I was like, how? I was talking to theirs. I was like, how do I talk about setting a bedtime? And they're like, oh, you mean like boundaries? And I was like, no, bedtime. All right. I don't know if you guys saw this wet ass pussy business, huh? You see this?
Yeah.
I saw a Republican was real upset with a music video for this wet ass pussy video, and it just made me think that being a Republican must be so exhausting because you have to be equally upset about Karl Marx and Cardi B. Like, both of those are an equal threat to society in your eyes. Like Mitch McConnell saw the music video and he ceased working, and he's like, this is how the Russian proletariat overthrew the bourgeoisie. He's like, oh yeah, the Bolsheviks would have never needed to be armed if they had Nicki Minaj's verse from Monster. I was in Boy Scouts growing up. I think Boy Scouts was fun, but it's not cool. Okay, the pitch for Boy Scouts is fun, but it's not cool because they're like, all right, so here's the deal: we'll give you minimal adult supervision and let you play with fire, play with knives, shoot guns, on the condition that you wear as much beige as possible. You know, Boy Scouts is weird because it's the only time you can wear a bolo and have it be a flex. Okay, very narrow. I don't know if you guys have heard this saying. The saying goes, big hands, big dick, right? Well, if that's the case, Mickey Mouse must have a pretty big cock. You guys see that guy's hands? They're as big as his damn head. Okay.
Fuck you.
This is so dumb. Let's see. So a lot of people my age, they say they were born in the wrong generation. That's like a thing you hear a lot. I think I was born in the wrong generation. I wish I was born in the Wild West just because I feel like I'd look really hot in the train conductor kind of clothes. Like if I was wearing those overalls with the pinstripes, let me tell you, engines wouldn't be the only thing with steam coming out of them. Okay. I don't even know how does like a train conductor have sex? She's like, choke me, and you're like, I'll tie my bandana around your neck. I'm a teacher. I got in trouble last year. I got in trouble because I have a student named Israel, and I was calling him Palestine. Okay. They're like, you're calling our kid the wrong name. I'm like, no, I'm calling your kid his rightful name. I like the Kids' Choice Awards a lot, which is like the right amount to like the Kids' Choice Awards, you know? It's like the purest form of democracy. Like it's all attack ad. There's no attack ads, right? It's all, you know, just like the kids vote. But what if there were attack ads? You know, you're watching SpongeBob, all of a sudden a deep voice comes on there like, Jimmy Neutron supports the Iraq War. He says he's a boy genius, but he had the blood of 500,000 dead Iraqis on his hands. I really like this show Nick News when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I'm done. Okay, thanks. I'm not gonna go on.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Andrew Shanklin. That was great. I like it. I'm not going to talk too long because we want to keep rolling. Because what?
Are you afraid of our next comic?
Why would I be afraid of our next comic?
I'm just making a Nickelodeon reference.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, don't you be afraid of Kevin.
Shorts.
I don't know. I do think that Kevin Cullum would be probably one of the funnier people to watch Nickelodeon with. But please welcome to the stage Kevin Cullum.
Oh man, Saturday Night Nick here. All right, there we go. There we go. Cover me in gack. So I'm like a lot of people. There's a lot of things going on in our lives that make us feel powerless right now, especially this virus. And I already felt like that to begin with. You know, you get a phone call. It's from out of state. You know it's from. It's from the Intercontinental Collection Agency, reminding you, Mr. Kellum, that you owe Columbia College $39,000 for your broadcasting degree that you only started to do something with 6 months ago. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, you know, small aneurysm. Go to Subway, $5 footlongs. It's a Tuesday, right? But there's one creature that if it got that phone call, it wouldn't have an aneurysm. It's the great white shark, a creature that lives completely free from responsibility, but has power over almost everything in front of it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
They have an entire week of basic cable that's on air right now, Shark Week, all right? And they didn't get it because people admire or respect them. They got it because people are fucking scared of them, all right? Little girls don't go to school with notebooks that have pictures of sharks on them, all right? Boys do. Sharks are the Monster energy drink of animals. Do you understand that? Everything they do is about fucking shit up, and that's why they get to be on TV. But also, what happened to Shark Week? Shark Week used to be fucking badass. Now it's just a bunch of bullshit. Tonight they had Tyson versus Jaws. Mike Tyson doing anything should cost $50 on pay-per-view. It shouldn't be him throwing up on a boat in the Caribbean and then there's commercials of Burger King and AutoZone. All right? That shouldn't be a thing. All right, they did one show. It's called Sharkadelic Summer. Is the shark on cocaine? What are we doing here? Is the shark like going to play Sublime covers on the beach? The only thing a shark should do with the beach is have its remnants of what it killed wash up on the beach. That's it. All right. They don't live on the same level as us, guys. All right. They don't have to worry about who they're going to sleep with. They don't need relationship. They don't need love. When a shark is born, it swims away from its mother. It just swims away. That's it, Mom. I'm fine. I already know who I'm going to be. I don't have to go to art school like Kevin, all right? I'm fine. I got the murder data up here. My body is shaped like a missile. My mouth is filled with fucking knives. I'm fine, all right? Put it to you this way. Sharks, they have pitch black eyes. God does not make anything with pitch black fucking eyes, all right? Their eyes are darker than the night itself. And then on top of that, when they go to kill something, their eyes roll back in their head, all right? We do that when we come. I'm done.
Woo! Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Thank you, Kevin Cullum, giving some time back to the room.
Oh, wow. I actually ended on time? Fuck me.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even message you yet. What happened? Somebody do a wellness check on him tomorrow.
I'm not ready. rambling. Sorry, Mark.
It's getting
I'm
to him.
trying to give you so much more time back in the room that I've taken in the past year.
You're just making, you're paying off chunks of the interest.
Increments, just like my college loan. Sometimes I'll give them money and they're like, "Oh wow, all right, he paid this month."
We'll negotiate something that works. We're gonna keep doing this. Our next comedian, please welcome Faisal Malik.
I personally want to thank Kevin for 4 minutes of shark jokes because I always wanted to hear that before my set. So I appreciate that. I always treat others as I want to be treated, which is why I don't talk to anybody. But when I do, I give them my phone number without even asking. I'm having trouble finding the right woman. My friends say that I should try to find her at a gas station. Why? Because when she looks at me, she'll think I'm a gas station owner. I should meet her at church. I'm Muslim. I'm open to going to her church and pray for her to accept our Lord and Savior to be Allah. Allah is our Savior. The Almighty Allah. I was hanging out with this woman a few months ago, trying to get to know each other more. She randomly asked me if I was to touch you anywhere, what body part would you want me to touch you at? My heart. She touched me in a way that was clever and unexpected. She got me to pay $1,000 for her motivational speaking seminars. My mom, who's Muslim, was very dependent on me, and that was hard because she would stress anytime I wanted to play sports. Faisal, if you played football and got hurt, then who would bring in the groceries? I replied, Allah will. I hate having a killer work ethic as it hurt me. There was this woman that I like's birthday. She's smart, we have similar styles of humor, and she wasn't just successful, she was a lawyer who got O.J. Simpson convicted successful. So I gotta step it up. Gift number 1, I will get her a birthday card. This wasn't any ordinary card. It was one that Hallmark specifically designed for lawyers that can read sarcasm. Uh-oh, what if the card doesn't get to her? No worries. I'll just, gift number 2, I'll just get her something based on our conversation that is super romantic. An ebook on finance.
Yeah.
Perfect gift for her if I was her CPA. Gift number 3, gotta smooth out this awkwardness. I created a hilarious motivational video tailored towards her. It motivated her to stay away from me. It definitely motivated. On the bright side, I got one of you to laugh, and I learned a true way to her heart was by also getting a birthday gift for her cat. I heard this stunning woman say that she's attracted to guys that are white, bald, and have no ambition. That was the first time that when I found out a woman wasn't interested in me, I smiled. Dogs seem to get more love than cats, which is why I want to talk about the benefit of having cats, because I'm clearly a cat expert, as I've gone out with a woman on 2 dates that had a cat. 3 benefits of having a cat as a pet are that cats are great at hunting down pests, such as mice and first dates that don't make the cut. Second benefit is that cats make you work for their affection, so that when you get it, you feel as if you earned it. Unlike dogs, who give up affection easily, like a freshman at prom. A final benefit to having a cat as a pet is that they're independent, so you can leave them inside to play with dogs. I figured out how to get NFL players to stop kneeling during the national anthem. Just put their girlfriends in front of them. All right, this crowd is very lively. I love it. Keep me on my toes. So I'm attracted to this woman that's very intelligent. I have a crush on this very intelligent woman. She's detail-oriented, knows how to execute a plan, and a lot of men want her. Problem is, it's the FBI. Thank you.
Yeah. I think the issue is Kevin Cullen did his set and left, and then we lost half of the attentive audience just right there. He was half the last. Guys, we got one more comedian in the Fast Minute Comedy. Stick around. We do 1 minute, but our next comedian, I don't know how to pronounce her last name perfectly. I think it's Audrey Hebert, or is it Hebert? She's muted right now.
Either one's fine, honestly. I've just been lying to people about it over the years. People from Louisiana are always like, "Oh, Hebert," and I'm like, "I've been telling people Hebert for years."
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Hey, I haven't done stand-up in a while, so I'm a little rusty, but I've still been getting heckled a lot because I work at a fast food drive-through. Hi, where's my smoothie, you stupid cunt? Oh, ma'am, you didn't order a smoothie. Well, that's what I'm doing now, isn't it? A lot of people have been asking about refills. We're not allowed to give refills anymore because of COVID, but people have been very persistent, you know? They're like, okay, that's fine. But what if I bring my own cup from home? Can I have a refill? What if I take this thermometer out of my bag right now and I can prove I don't have it? Can I have a refill? What if you pour the Pepsi on the floor and I lap it up like a little doggy? Can I have a refill, please? Like, hey man, bargaining is the first stage of grief. Maybe you should see someone. Someone was talking about the song Wet Ass Pussy earlier, and I'm not a Republican, but I also have a problem with it because the song was called Wet Ass Pussy, and then they decided to make a clean version of it. And in the clean version, they changed the title phrase to wet and gushy and changed nothing else. That's so much worse. Imagine having sex with someone and they say, "Oh yeah, babe, so gushy. Gushy. They're like my favorite snacks from the 90s. Gushers." I would, if I heard that, I would shed my genitals like a lizard and go to a monastery for a while. I realized that I use Google the way that a lot of people use horoscopes, where I act like I'm using it for advice, but I really just want it to confirm what I already wanted to believe. I've Googled a lot of really sad things. Like one time in high school, I Googled virginity loss normal age. And I was devastated to find the answer was not junior year of college. And another time I Googled, do transition lenses make you look like a dork? Don't answer that, by the way. And you know, the first page of results is all these Reddit posts that are like, hey, r/relationships, a quick question. My wedding is planned for next month. My fiance insists on wearing his stupid glasses that change into sunglasses. How do I tell him he's never meeting my parents? The next page of results, I'm like, okay, I'll keep scrolling. The next page of results is all these memes that are like, that one kid in elementary school who wore transition lenses, and it's a picture of like a school shooter. And then if you keep scrolling to the last page of results, you can find one Vice article from 2015 that's like, we caught Kylie Jenner's dog wearing transition lenses. Are they finally in style? Oh, thank God. I'm on trend. This guy that I work with told me, hey, Audrey, you're too quiet. Guys don't like girls that are quiet. And that made me feel so bad for him, because this guy's never heard of necrophilia. All right, I think that's my time. Thank you. Hopefully I didn't disgrace the female gender.
Thank you, Audrey Hebert. No, I love it. My wife and I were over here. She's listening, and she was laughing too because I could watch 20 minutes of material on transition lenses. That's just, for whatever reason, that like got me, and that's why I was like crying. I have a problem with transition lenses. I can't tell you if I like them or not, or I would probably wear them myself. So I can't. But I mean, look at what I wear every week. I don't know what to tell you.
Transition lens phobic, Mark.
Am I? No, I'm. You see what my Facebook and my work profile picture is. I tend to wear turtlenecks and blazers. That is my style, and I think transition lenses could be the finishing piece of that. I also think I got your last name right because I watch so much hockey. That's a common hockey last name.
yeah,
I watched 12 hours of it last Saturday and pretty much 12 hours every day since. Guys, bring me the Fast Minute Comedy, though. I'm just going to move. I'm going to time you, and I'm just going to throw the camera to the next person. You have 1 minute. I won't give you any warning. I'll just move it. That's how it's going. Nathan, did you want to do a minute?
Sure.
All right, you get to fill in for Faisal's leaving, so you get to fill in for him then. We're going to kick us off right now with my co-host, Pratik Srivastava. Go, 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 go.
Yeah.
I literally, today has been fun. I got to haul pipes at a VFW hall, and now after this mic ends, I start my second job. Hell yeah, you guys. You know what my second job is? I monitor children's social media accounts for cyberbullies and predators. I got this job because I met my boss taking improv comedy classes, you guys. Yes. Which makes me one of the few people ever to get a job from taking improv comedy classes. Hell, yeah, keep it going. Go, go, go.
Go, 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 go. Get it on here, Nathan. You're up next. Go, 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 go.
So Comic earlier was talking about the Sturgis Festival, and I was just looking up the lineup of music that you can listen to. And so we got Molly Hatchet, the Guess Who, Trapped. Of course Trapp's going to be there. Oh, Nickelback's so glad that Trapp's taking place as most hated band. Smash Mouth, Fozzy, Night Ranger, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Buck Cherry, Saliva, Lit, 2 sets of Twisted Sister, Drowning Pool, and then Quiet Riot, and then finally on the last night, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Which means Bone Thugs and Harmony is going to have to put up with so many Confederate flags this week. So give an extra prayer to Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah. Go, 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 go. It's Calamurulo. Go, go, go.
I've been watching a lot of TV because of coronavirus, and my favorite commercials at the moment are the medication commercials because, like you watch it and it just lists all these horrible side effects that all these medications have. One that always comes up as well is the side effect is it may cause cancer. So I feel like that's not a side effect anymore. Like if you take a drug and it gets rid of your back pain, but it also gives you cancer, I don't think the back pain is the main effect anymore. But all right. Cool.
Yeah, go, go, go. Nicholas Gammon. Go, 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 go. I think you're muted. That is a scary desktop.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing at you.
We can't hear Nick.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, I'm slowing down a minute. Give me a sec.
I'll reset the clock because you got a whole tech thing going on.
Okay, can you see this?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. So there are 3 countries in the world that do not use the metric system, right? One is the U.S. We tend to use our own system because we don't give a shit like what the other countries are doing. Do you know why the other 2 countries don't use the metric system?
Why?
Yeah, me neither. Who gives a shit? All right, so Pinocchio is a story about how this man brings a wooden boy to life. I think everyone knows this story. I think what everyone doesn't know is the second part, when news of this reaches the Catholic Church. All right, go.
Go, 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 go. Andrew Shanklin.
Hey, you guys remember how in the 90s there was this fad of they were making like 90s like cartoons about old cartoons, but the characters were all babies,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
baby Looney Tunes, stuff like that. Well, I think it'd be funny if now we did a trend like that where we made movies or cartoons that were baby versions of premium cable shows, like Baby Sopranos, they're all sitting around a table in their high chairs, like, oh, you suck your mother's titties with those lips. Like, well, it'd be a shame if you had an accident because nobody likes a poopy diaper. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Get on here. Audrey. You there?
Hey, One of my favorite things is when dads make a big deal out of hating their daughter's boyfriends. You know, like those bumper stickers you see that are like, "Hey, buddy, thinking of fingering my baby girl? Well, you should know that I have a gun." It's like, shut up, Dave. I know you're bluffing. You drive a Prius. But you never really hear moms say that about their sons' boyfriends, and I think they should, because I'd love to hear a country song that's like, "Ooh, Shelly, I'm gonna kick your ass. My titty was the first that my son ever sucked, and it's gonna be the last." What a weird amount of breastfeeding jokes. Probably shouldn't have continued that trend. But thank you.
Yeah, guys, we did it. That's a Fast Minute in Comedy. That's an entire simulation right there. It was a short one. It was a sweet one. We do this every Sunday. We'll see you all next week. Thank you for watching on the streams. Keep the hateful comments to Twitch TV, please. Thank you. Simulation